been indicted or accused of.
You're dead after this.
Did you see her face?
Look at her
She did
face.
not look
Look at her
happy.
face. Look at her face.
The closing argument was a funny situation as well, right? You had the closing by Donald Trump's lawyer, and to be honest, I'll be honest. I gotta give props to the lead attorney because I don't watch the straight clean version. I watch lead attorney when it comes to this stuff because
So the YouTuber lead attorney.
yes,
The
the
lead attorney.
YouTuber, go check him out. 6 hours. He was streaming for 6 hours on Friday. Great show. And we can take a look at a couple of funny situations because during that closing argument from the DA office or the prosecutor's office, it looked a bit shaky. It could be on purpose, it could be flexing. I'ma send my rookie pitcher to strike you out so you know we got heat over here and you don't have any case. Or it could be I'm crashing out the party now. Leave it how it is. But the lawyer on Trump's side started off the because there are multiple lawyers there. It's not only Trump, it's Trump with co-conspirators. So and by the way, if you go back to the lawyer friend and snitch, Bradley, he was taking a beating during that when they were asking him questions because every lawyer had to take two minutes. It seems like, I'm not gonna say the word, but it's like a group, and everyone takes turn and to beat someone up. It looked crazy. And so that means that in the closing argument, also a couple of lawyers had their say. And then they had to send the attorney for the DA office or the prosecutor, whatever you want to call it. They sent this guy. I don't know how long he's been doing this, but you could clearly see that he was a bit nervous about the whole situation. Fani was sitting there, Nathan Wade was sitting there behind him, and he was trying to cook. Just imagine trying to do your work in the office while your boss or your manager is peeking over your shoulders. So I have to give him, he looks very weak, but I have to also give him a bit of props. Like, I mean, it's a bad situation. You're holding the future of both your boss and actually technically also America in your hands. If this fails. But this is what happened during that closing argument.
It can't just be.
He was talking, trying to make a point, and like I said, fair use.
Theoretical, speculative, or assumptions that would lead to the appearance of impropriety, the appearance of a conflict that would lead to.
Fanny helping his ass out.
I guess that.
Fanny went up there and gave that boy a goddamn post-it. Did y'all see
That's
that?
the worst. When you get given post-its, that means you are not doing a good job and your people are trying to help you.
Dude, I bet that post-it says, nigga, you fired. You fired.
Borrowing kind of from.
Watch Fanny go up there and give him the goddamn poster. I would pay $100.
The appearance of impropriety, the appearance of a conflict that would lead to.
I mean, I guess I'm borrowing kind of from, as we've been doing the other pre-trial motion, special demurrers seem to get.
Are they right, RJ? Does it mean when you think you're cooking and your boss comes from behind? Pause. Your boss comes and hands you a post-it, not from behind anyone.
Not necessarily, right? Because it could also be that as you're talking, he thought of an idea or he thought of a different angle and he's writing on it. He's thought, you know what, I might give you this just in case you didn't
You missed it.
think about it, or
Mm.
yeah. So it's not necessarily because you're failing, although in that context the guy's
He was drowning.
voice was shaking as he was
Mhm.
talking. So it could be that Fanny thought, you know what, let me take over because Jesus ain't taking over this wheel. I might have to. And yeah, but it's not necessarily, if you ask me, I don't think it's necessarily that he was doing something wrong.
Okay. But what if it happens twice?
Well, he did talk a lot, right? He did talk
Look
for a
at
lot.
her face when she goes to sit down. Look at her face.
Let me go back a little bit.
Been indicted or accused of.
You're dead after this.
Did you see her face?
Look at her
She did
face.
not look
guys. Look at
happy.
her face. Look at her face when she goes to sit down. Look at her face. You're dead. Look at that face, boy. Hell no.
Oh man.
And look at his face. He's like, oh, he took
Oh.
that big gulp. He took that big gulp. He's like, fuck, man, I'm dead. Dead man walking. Somebody write dead man walking.
Yeah. This is why you watch TLA when these cases come up, man.
Yeah. So again, that's also interpretation, right? But shout out to the lead attorney once more because he is a very great content creator. The way he breaks down dry legal topics is and makes it makes it entertaining to watch. That's definitely he definitely has a gift for that. But yeah, I mean, that's an interpretation. But again, I can understand that I can understand why you would interpret the situation like that because the guy was clearly shaking as he was standing up there. So
Yeah, it wasn't a good look. And I don't understand why they sent him up because I'm pretty sure you know the skills of your team. You cannot send a starting pitcher or a relieving pitcher to close out your game for you.
well, KR, one thing that we know by now
Oh, he's
is that
gonna go there. He's
is
gonna
that
go there. Oh
is
my
that
god.
is that Fani might be a great prosecutor, a great DA, a shark,
Mm.
but he's very bad in hiring people. So I think we shouldn't be surprised. Let me put it like that. But you know what else plays a role, KR? Sometimes it's the fear from the other side. But I think in this particular lawyer's situation, it's probably fear for Fani. Because Fani Willis is a very, very she has a very dominant personality.
Just shock. Look at that. Like
She
a
sat there in the courtroom, basically took over the courtroom, took over the judge. The judge was there, but you could clearly see that she has a very big presence.
Mhm.
And you know, he was probably shaking. He was probably more afraid of Fani than he was of the case itself. That's what I think.
Yeah. It is what it is. Let's see. The the judge said it will probably take up to 2 weeks for him to decide. And we'll see what happens. I mean, is it going to be Oh, by the way, one thing that was almost forgot about saying. I almost forgot about saying this. This is not the first case she would get thrown out of
Yeah, is that so?
relating to Trump. Yeah, there was another case. This is even crazier. I don't know what went through her mind, but there was either it was a judge. I think it was a judge in the neighborhood of ATL. She indicted him, trying to get charges on him for his affiliation or something like that
With Trump.
with Trump. Yeah, something with the whole Trump thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was, at the same time, she decided to do a fundraiser with his ops. The other judge that he was running against, she did a fundraiser with him.
Yeah.
This went to court, and guess what? She got thrown off the case.